today brought together two stories that one is about a courtroom and the other is about a television interview. Putting together, they may say a great deal about where Harry and Meghan are heading next.
Let's start with the legal defeat. Prince Harry's case against Associated Newspapers, publisher of the Daily Mail, ended in a loss that few close to the situation expected. Sources suggest Harry rejected an earlier settlement, believing a larger victory was within reach. That decision is now proving costly, both financially and reputationally. The case has raised fresh questions about his judgment and left him needing to rebuild a public image already under strain.
Was walking away from a settlement worth the risk? That's the question being asked behind palace walls this week.
While that story dominated headlines, a quieter one was developing around Harry's accommodation during his UK visit. Reports suggest Buckingham Palace informed him no rooms were available, as arrangements hadn't been confirmed in advance. Harry's camp maintains he never received that message. Buckingham Palace has not commented publicly on the specifics. What's clear is that Harry had reportedly hoped to stay within the Windsor estate instead, an option said to have been resisted by Prince William. Whichever version is accurate, the accommodation dispute became a symbol of a wider, more complicated relationship.
That relationship was tested further by a meeting between Harry and King Charles at Highgrove, the King's private residence, away from official royal ground. No official photographs were released.
For a family so used to managing its image through carefully staged pictures, that silence says something in itself. There's now talk that Harry and Meghan are hoping for an invitation to Balmoral later in the summer, and even speculation about a possible Christmas reunion.
How William and Catherine would feel about either remains an open question, given reports that trust between the brothers has not yet been restored.
Meanwhile, Meghan's own family dynamics resurfaced. As reconciliation talk grew around King Charles, so did questions about her long-absent relationship with her father, Thomas Markle. It's a pattern that's followed her for years: reconciliation with one side of a family, silence with the other. Away from the family politics, Harry did make time for charity work, visiting a children's hospital connected to the Invictus Games. It was a positive moment, though largely overshadowed by the ongoing court coverage. He also missed the public unveiling of an Invictus-branded train at Euston Station, reportedly because an open event carried too much risk of unscripted questions from the press. For a Games built on service and resilience, it's worth asking whether the charity itself is getting the attention it deserves.
Then there's Meghan. While Harry was dealing with legal fallout, attention shifted to an ITV interview in which he spoke with presenter Alison Hammond.
Harry mentioned that his children love watching Junior Bake Off, adding that he enjoys it more than programs made for adults. It was a warm, throwaway-sounding comment. But those close to Meghan's media strategy have reportedly been pushing for her to appear on cookery formats similar to the Australian version of MasterChef. A mention of a children's baking show on a channel already seen as sympathetic to the couple may not be as casual as it appeared. It fits a broader pattern. ITV has taken a noticeably softer approach to Harry and Meghan compared with the BBC, which still carries the legacy of the Martin Bashir interview, or Channel 4 and Sky, which have largely stepped back from covering them directly. Whether that's coincidence or strategy is something viewers can judge for themselves.
So, does any of this add up to a genuine new chapter, or simply the next stage of an ongoing public narrative? Together, these stories suggest Harry and Meghan may be trying to balance two things at once:
repairing family relationships while continuing to build their commercial and media presence. The two aren't necessarily in conflict, but they don't always sit comfortably together either.
There is a version of this story where a legal defeat, a private meeting with the king, and a friendly television interview are simply three unconnected events in a busy week.
There's another version where each one serves a purpose in a longer campaign to reshape public opinion. The truth may sit somewhere in between. What happens over the coming months should make things clearer. A Balmoral invitation, a Christmas gathering, or further television appearances would all tell us something about which direction this is really heading. For now, the palace has offered no further comment, and the Sussexes team has not confirmed the details of their future plans.
Do you think this points to a genuine effort at reconciliation or a continuation of the public image building we've seen for years? I'd be interested to hear your view in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.